Hello, this is Slingshot Warrior with your Rise and Shine with a morning time stream. Maybe some morning music will be a good idea. Looking for that classic morning. Hate ads, don't you? Oh, there goes the. Man, there goes my freaking ads. I hate freaking ads. There we go. This is classical, so there's no copyright, I don't think. Rise and shine, everyone. SSW wants you to rise and shine. Put a pot of coffee on. Make your breakfast. It's a good morning. Make it a good morning. You know. I remember hearing this song in classic cartoons. The old Warner Brothers. Oh, yeah. Now, so this is a classical song, so it won't be much on copyright because most of the music was made like hundreds of years ago. All right, enough with the music. All right. You got the morning time music, you know. All right. No views. Well, I was going to show these off. I know it's early in the morning, but I only got one. I had one viewer before and no views now. I guess I got to wait. All right. Oh. I dressed in this nice shirt and nobody's showing up. I guess I'll have to wait. See if anybody shows up. I've been missing today. Maybe it's the wrong time. Springtime and all of that. It's been very nice. Since nobody's watching, I might as well put it for the record. Let's compare these two knives, shall we? This one is high carbon steel. It's like a Mora knife. It's a good bushcraft knife. I recently sharpened it. We got this one. This one's made out of 420 stainless steel. Shorter, but you know, if it's like stainless steel, it doesn't need to be short. For a short knife, stainless steel is all right. It's perfectly acceptable. It's got a much thicker spine. compared to this one. If you want to compare the spines. This one is basically a camping knife, like a bushcraft knife for small tasks, like feather sticking, carving, things of that nature. This one is more this one's more of a multiple knife. You can use it for feather sticking, carving, but you can also use this for self-defense, because it's got that finger hole right there and that pistol kind of grip. And it's easy to get out. This one's more for your bushcraft knife. This one's more for your feather sticking. All right, so we got a viewer. I want to say good morning, everybody. Good morning, whoever you are. I also got these new fully loaded mags for my Sig Sauer MPX. When I ordered this, I accidentally bought the 22 caliber pellet magazines. So I had to get the .177. Thank you very much. I accidentally had to get the .177. Well, no, I accidentally got the. What am I doing? Anyway, I got the 22 caliber pellet magazine, so I had to and basically they run on these chains. These are like internally chain fed magazines, right? So, and they're the same magazine pretty much, except I got the one with the wrong size pellet chain. So I had to. So I bought an extra .177 magazine because these magazines come with extra chains on them, pretty much, and so basically because of the extra chains, I was able to basically turn the 22 caliber magazine into a .177 magazine and have my .177 magazine with .177 stuff. How nice. The trolls are coming in the morning. Isn't that nice? Been there, done that, got it in the case. Got it. Been there, done that, buddy. It was a lot of fun too. A lot of fun. Yeah. But you gotta go. So been nice talking to you, but you gotta go. But bubbing. Those trolls, they keep trying, but they don't come onto mine. Oh, they keep trying. They got to really. Oh, they keep coming, don't they? I don't know why they keep trying. They sure love to mess with me. Oh, I have to say, when it comes to trolls, are you a bunch of teenagers just bored? Or are you a bunch of, if that's the case, if you're just a bunch of kids just bored, I would understand that. I could understand that. I was a kid once. Of course, I didn't have the internet back then. I did my trolling on a CB radio. So, So yeah, I can understand that being bored and being, being immature. Yeah, I can understand that. But if you're grown men doing this, which a lot of you are, oh boy, how pathetic are you? This is the equivalent of the 40-year-old man still making prank calls. Yeah. It's sad. It's pathetic. And if you're still trolling at age 20, you're pretty sad. You're pretty pathetic. It shows you have no life. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ever since I basically told the boy to go screw themselves, it seems that you just can't stop bothering me. Hey, we got 3 viewers. I want to welcome my 3 viewers. Have a good morning. That being said, I have some good stuff. Some goody stuff. Bye-bye. Ooh, that's a nice a Gerber. Gerber. This is stuff they use. This is Army style knife. This is used by the U.S. military. This type of knife. So, although I wish I could get a version that was non-serrated. This is made in Portland, Oregon, USA. Well, at least something's made in Portland besides Antifa. Well, it is a good morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's God's beautiful sun. No. The only people coming this morning are trolls. They just enjoy my time. What is it about me that you like? Because obviously there has to be something you like about me to troll me in the first place. I don't care who you are. I don't really care. But the point is that you're not bothering me. You're a joke. It just tells me that if this is what you're doing with your time and your mornings, you're pathetic. This is how you spend your morning. Trolling. Really. I mean, I feel sorry for you. And if you're a kid, and I'm guessing this is a kid, no, man? Yeah, this is fun when you're young, dude. If you're a kid, it's like, yeah, I can tell you're having fun trolling, I used to do my share of trolling. We didn't call it back then. We just called it messing around. And we did it with CB radios. How do you do? But I think we can say goodbye to our troll. How you doing, Nomad? How are things going? I want to show my new Sig Sauer MPX mags. I have an interesting story about these. I accidentally got the 22 mags, but instead of the .177, so I bought a .177 mag, so I could actually put the .177, because they all come with extra chains, by the way, these mags do. So I was able to put the 1.177 chain into the 22 mag, the 22 caliber pellet mag, and it worked out pretty well. I just had to replace the chain, and now I got a .177, and both mags are now .177, even though it says 22 now, because the 22 chains have been taken out. They're bigger, the 22 caliber pellet chains. I mean, a lot. It's a big CO2 cartridge. It can last for a very long time. Talking 90 gram CO2. Right here. Woo! 90 grams. That's a lot of CO2. And of course, I got my H&N Hornets. Booyah. Got an extra can, too. And my Gammo Tomahawks expansion. Well, thank you, Nomad. Thank you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Nomad. I hope you wake up next to a stream. A real stream with flowing water. Going camping. Sorry about your morning. Nomad. Well, to all the viewers, give me a thumbs up. How you doing, Hazel? Oh boy, Nomad. Well, I hope your van is a little bit better. I hope you have better fortune this and better blessings this morning than how it started out. I know sometimes a morning can go pretty rough, and and when it hits midday and afternoon, it goes a little more smoothly. No, man. Mornings can be rough, but sometimes, they can go smoothly. Yep. I will tell you this. Okay. I got a morning story to tell. Now, yesterday was the perfect morning, work morning, that is, for this springtime. Now, the day before, I literally had to wear a thick coat in the morning to basically get out of the house to get to my job. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cold. But the second day in the morning, I just had to wear a light hoodie and a long sleeve shirt in the morning. That's saying something for the coming spring. I mean, for this April, and it was warm during the day. Um, Shows you the weather's changing around here. So on last Monday, it was a cold morning. It was a rough morning. Um, it was terrible. You basically had to wear a thick coat to get to my job, which I usually do. Now, but the funny thing is the temperature as it rose a little bit. It wasn't as nippy as it was on Monday compared to last Tuesday. Last Tuesday was beautiful. It was a perfect morning, a perfect day. I worked very hard. Mhm. The morning was great because I didn't have to wear a heavy jacket. And that's what I like. Awesome, Hazel. So yeah, mornings can be rough. I can tell you that they can be. Just got to be ready for a good morning and be ready for a bad morning. Because whatever morning you're having, I would say hope for an easy morning. You know. Got a thumbs up. Thank you. I only got 2 viewers left. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Now, the daytimes are getting a little warmer around here, which is good. We've had some warm days. I mean, let's see. It's going to be 62 degrees today. Isn't that nice? 62 degrees here. So that is good. 62 degrees. I mean, that is like blessed weather. You know? Oh, you're lucky. Lucky. Lucky you, Nomad. Lucky you. By the way, I'm sorry about what happened. By the way, it's very tragic what happened in Tennessee recently. As a Christian, it does upset me to no ends to think that basically innocent children were attacked, and of course, my brothers and sisters in Christ were attacked. So very sad, and the fact that it won't that the press and will not even recognize this as an attack on Christians, which makes me very angry. Very. But my hope comes from the Lord Jesus Christ. Anyway, what's worse about this tragedy is the fact that they're acting like they're trying to switch the role. They're trying to make this degenerate look like a victim and make the Christians that were murdered in cold blood look like the perpetrators. That's what makes me even more angry. That's what makes me even more angry about this. It's the press and the White House are trying to make this look like that we were the ones who shot up that we were the ones who, there was the roles were reversed. I'm going to say that. We were the ones that were doing this, and that's not the case. They're trying to lie, cover this up as if it didn't happen. That's what pisses me off the most. And they hide the manifesto. I usually don't like to talk about politics, but this makes me sick. That's the worst part about this tragedy, is basically the underplaying of it and the gaslighting that the mainstream media has done. True. It makes me sick. I don't like to talk about it that much. But yeah, it's stressing. Anyway, let's get back to some positive things. Yeah, I find my hope through the Lord Jesus Christ. Anyway, and this is why I always say to you, good people, be prepared, be ready for anything that's happened. We're living in very strange days, man. And I always say this, just be aware of your surroundings, and you cannot negate risk out of everything, but you can reduce. For example, situations that might be bad for you. You can reduce your ability of getting into situations that will be bad for you. You can't negate it completely, but you can reduce your chances of experiencing bad things. This is what I always tell people. Part of self-defense is basically not being in proximity to threats. In these hard times, not everything's going to go as planned, but some things can be predicted. Some things can be predicted. This could not be predicted. This tragedy could not be prevented. Yeah, that it is. But this tragedy could not have been prevented because, well, it could have been prevented if there was security, if there was armed security at the doors. That could have prevented that right there. But that being said, I would say this. First rule of self-defense is basically not to be in proximity to threats as much as you can. You're never going to be like completely far away from any threats whatsoever, but you can reduce the proximity you are to a potential threat. Don't live near cities like Detroit. Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't live near cities like Detroit or if you live near any major metropolitan area. Not a good idea. You want to live as far away from any metropolitan area as you can. I'm just giving you some self-defense tips. So the biggest self-defense you can learn is not being in proximity to nearby threats. Nearby threats should not be, you should be as far away from threats as possible, as you possibly can. The more distance you have from any potential threats, the reduction of potential threats is being as distant from them as possible. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to reduce the amount of threats that are around your proximity by basically getting as far away from the potential threats that may exist that you know about. You know, a good example is basically getting away from most major metropolitan areas would be a good idea. And I say this, the suburbs are not safe, okay? And I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to repeat this to the people, good people out there. The suburbs aren't safe. If it's near a city, it isn't safe. It could be easily overrun. Do not assume because it's the suburbs that it's always safe. Don't assume that. If it's near a city, it's a potential hazardous zone. You know, and I tell people this. I tell people these things that they need to know. Don't live in the suburbs, number one. Live in the ruralest areas that you can find. Small town life is what you should be embracing. You know, the smaller the community, the better. And I tell you this, don't think big, think small. Smaller communities, everyone knows each other in that community. You know your sheriff, you know all the public officials. You know the people in your town. So it makes you a lot safer, the fact that you have a tight-knit community around you. You know, that looks out for each other. That's a lot more safety. So that's the point I wanted to make to you. I know I lost a lot of viewers that way, but I'm just pointing out something here about, you know, self-defense and survival. And this is also about survival. So I'm all about self-defense and survival on this channel and hobbyists. Good idea. Good idea, Nomad. Like I said, the suburbs are no longer a safe haven. You're not, if you're near a city, if the suburbs are near a city, no, you shouldn't be there. Ask the people in, I think, that suburb near Georgia, that town near Georgia, how safe they are. It's a wealthy community, but you get a lot of them coming over, a lot of criminals coming over and shooting people and everything like that. The more out of the way the place is, you know, the more smaller the community, the better you are. I think the cities at this point are just not going to be a viable situation, you know. So I would look towards more smaller communities and where everyone knows each other. Smaller communities where everyone knows each other tend to be a little bit safer because outsiders will be spotted a mile away because they'll know what an outsider is, and they'll basically be an outsider will always be suspect in a smaller community. So, but in a larger community, and it basically it's going to be hard to detect a threat. You know what I mean? You know. It's a good idea. And like I said, the suburbs are no longer safe. If they're anywhere near a major metropolitan area, avoid them. I would say it's time to strategically relocate. I did. Strategic relocation is key to your personal safety and your personal self-defense. You know, there was someone who said 1 ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. If you can basically prevent something from happening, you've done a good thing. But there will always be things that happen that we cannot predict. You know, that's life. Some things in life you cannot predict. You know? And that's the predictions I make for you. But yeah, I mean, all I try to do is basically, you know, these videos, I just try to be nice and befriend people in the streams and videos. But yeah, I just tell people this just things that are true, you know. But yeah, I would say some of the most safest locations. I'll give you some examples. Some of the most safest locations that you can move to in America. Rural North Carolina or South Carolina. Not the coastal areas, but the more inland mountainous areas would be a good place to go to. Forget the coastal areas of like North and South Carolina. You want to go into the more rural mountainous territory. Get a place there. I would suggest that. I would say Idaho, like rural Idaho, like northern Idaho, rural Idaho is one of the best places you can go right now. Rural Texas, like small Texas towns, things of that nature. Alaska. It was a good time, but I traveled through there, rural South Carolina, that area. I'm telling you, there's a lot of great stuff, a lot of great stuff over there. A lot of safe places to live. There's a lot of like mountain trails. Land is cheap there still. Land is still cheap. If you save up your money, you can buy some land up there. You can get a place up on a mountain if you wanted to, or below a mountain in the woods, in the rural areas. You'll be perfectly safe from any human threats. Well, at least relatively safe from human threats. You might have threats of bears, and pumas, but that would be about it. So there's two kinds of threats. There's human threats. There's threats from other groups of humans. Human threats are easy to spot. And then there's threats from wildlife, like animal threats, beast threats. There's different kinds of beast threats, though. I mean, there's poisonous animals, there's small poisonous animals, large, medium-sized attacks. Yes, a mountain lion. That's a puma. Yeah. The point is here is that the only thing we can do in this world, and this is why I hate the word safe all the time. Yes, safe is a word, but everyone says stay safe. That's what they said during the lockdowns, and it just there. I'm gonna let everyone on a little thing to know that this obsession with safety that we have in this current society is foolish. Mm-hmm. This obsession with comfort and safety is very feminine, number one. Number two, there is no such thing in this world as absolutely 100% safe. Every day you're taking a risk, and your chances of survival, as in Fight Club would say, on a long enough timeline will drop to zero. So this obsession with safety and risk aversion is really just a stupid pursuit of our current society, but it's a very feminine one. Safety this, safety. Have you ever heard this? Safety this, safety that all the time? No, nothing is truly safe. There's only reducing risk, not completely getting rid of any risk factors. Good for you, Nomad. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's no such thing as truly safe. I'm getting philosophical here, but this concept of safe and safety all the time, it's like, no, there's only risk and reducing risk. That's it. There's going to be risk in everything we do. How you doing, Joseph? How you doing? I was just talking about my philosophy about, what I think about safety. You know what I mean? About this concept, of everyone wants to be safe all the time. Well, I got news for everyone. I'm going to say this again. There is no such thing as truly safe in this world. Okay? There is only risk and reduction of risk. That's it. You can reduce the amount of risk you're going to take. You can reduce the amount of threats you're going to encounter. But that's always going to be there. And as Fight Club would say, as the Edward Norton from Fight Club would say, on a long enough time frame, our chances of survival always drop to zero. Most people. Exactly, Nomad. Exactly. But this whole stay safe nonsense, this whole obsession with safety our current society has, is bizarre. It doesn't make sense because it really is not in match with reality. I think even George Carlin talked about this. you know. And I don't agree with George Carlin, by the way. He's an atheist. I'm not. But, I believe that the only time you're truly safe is when you're in heaven. But that's me. Well, I hope you're having a good morning, Joseph. I know mornings can be rough. That's good, Joseph. That's good. And like I said, I'm just addressing this concept in our current society of safety, of basically of always wanting to be safe. And the thing is, that's not, this obsession with safety that we have in America today, and it's just stupid. It's just dumb. It's like because the world is never truly safe. It's only you have risk and you have the reduction of risk, but you're never going to get rid of risk. See what I mean? I just dropped my phone, slapped my phone down the ground. See, you can't reduce risk. Well, I'm glad to hear from you, Joseph. I mean, you're always a cool guy. Hey, Joseph, have you ever tried a slingshot rifle? I know you've done like slingshots. You've done basically atlatls, bows. You've even done slingshot darts. But but you haven't tried to make a slingshot rifle, and that would basically be interesting. I'd watch that video in a heartbeat. Yeah, me too. Nomad. Ha ha ha! Did I inspire you, brother? I hope I did, but if you did it on your own, I'm glad to see it. Awesome, Joseph. I could imagine yours being like made of wood, solid wood, but something like Osage orange or something. That's pretty common in Florida. Osage orange, I think it is. Mesquite. Hello, Red. Ah, that's even more awesome, Joseph. Yeah, that's not safe. I get it. It's safe. Safe is such bullshit. Safe. Stay safe. There's no such thing. It's a myth. A complete safety is a myth. It's bullshit. Oh, sorry. Lagging. Sorry about that. Is it been better? Is anybody else seeing me in that direction? Anyway, are you having a morning? Red orangutan. Okay. But like I was saying, there's no such thing that's truly safe in this world. It doesn't exist. That's good. That's good. But yeah, the concept of absolute safety is a bullshit modern notion that just doesn't exist. But you get it. You get it. It's a joke to me. It's, I got to look at this current time we're living in as a joke. It's a joke. I mean, it's so true, Nomad. So true. It'll happen soon, though. It's coming soon. That being said, I'm going to try to do a new and improved shooting video for my Sig Sauer MPX. All right, is anybody going to give me more thumbs up than one? That being said, I'm going to do a new and improved shooting video for my Sig Sauer MPX. That one didn't go very well. That one was just a first, I guess, test shoot, I would say. A first shot, That one just it failed to a certain extent. So I'm going to do a new shooting video for my Sig Sauer MPX now that I got these new magazines, new mags. Awesome. And I'm going to do some stuff with my HDR 68. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I just got to use the bathroom, and I'll be. Woo. Sorry about that. Iron Man, God bless you. I bless you, my brother in Christ. Thank you. Red Orangutan. Got 4 thumbs up. I'm loving that. Thank you. Thank you, Iron Man. Yeah. Well, it's always nice to talk to the good people, and I hope everyone's having a good morning. Everyone's doing well, and everyone's having a blessed morning. I know mornings can be rough. I know more than anyone else how rough mornings can be, especially when you have to get up at two o'clock a.m. So, yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's really nice. Nothing says when you have to wake up at 2 o'clock a.m., and prepare your breakfast. Getting ready to start work for the day. Yeah, I am yes, yes. Oh, I'm out of water. Got this new sport bottle, though. You want to see my new sport bottle? This is the new one. I had to scrap the old one because it had black stuff in there that wouldn't wash out. And so this is my new Ozark, I think. Got this new one. So much better. Yeah. Yeah, start to. That being said, I only got 3 viewers. I got 4 thumbs up. And I think I had a good stream. God bless you. God bless everyone. Have a good morning. Bye-bye.